What's up, TIs? 5/30/2026. I just threw the garbage out at 11 o'clock. Well, you know what? My neighbors were sitting out here. Let's see, hear the revving of the engine as soon as I sat here. Excuse me. So, right now it's pretty quiet, but I'm gonna sit out here for a few minutes, see if anybody shows up. So, again, I went to Dunkin' early, like 3 hours early. I don't usually do that anymore. And I'm sitting there, everything's fine. I made an apple crumb donut, it was so good. And a coffee, just chilling, right? I wasn't really on my phone either, I didn't really see Perps. So a couple people with Target bags, not that many, like maybe 2 or 3. Not too bad, but you know, I saw people with camo, of course, but I had my hat, so. And let's see, what did they do? It was packed when I walked in. It was a whole, like, little kids in a class, you know, like on, I guess on a field trip or something, whatever. So I waited for them to leave, and then I got my seat. It's just like, it was funny because the first guy that came along, he had an orange shirt, and he like walked up to Duncan, looked at me, looked around, had his phone out, and then he stood by the garbage pails, all the other Perps do, and I don't know if he was gonna smoke or something, but he kept looking around like he was looking for me. He was looking to see if I was gonna, you know, say something. But I stood outside for a few minutes before going in. Oh, you hear the sirens now? As soon as I come out. Anyway. So there was that. And then there was, you know, 2 people with camouflage. One had pants with camouflage. And the other one had a hoodie. It was too hot. It was too hot for a hoodie. I left my hoodie at home. It's too fucking hot. Now it's cooler. I was like, put my hoodie on. And he like was in a rush to get to where he was going, so he put the hoodie on, but he looked over at me. It seemed like he was like mad that he had to do that. Okay. That's your job, right, Perps? Your job is to put camo on and whatever kind of clothes, change in front of my house like that guy did. Everybody does that. I had a whole ass video. This guy parked here, right in front, did the sign of the cross, had orange and lime green on, and started changing his clothes. I should have called the police on him after I recorded him, because that's indecent exposure, first of all. And then a week later, he came again, and he parked across the street and changed his clothes again. I had that video. I don't know where the hell I put it. But yeah, next time people change like that in front of me, cops are being called. They're going to record your ass first and then call cops, because why are you getting naked in front of people outside and doing the sign of the cross first? Like, Jesus saw you do that, so he's not going to forgive you for that. Indecent exposure. He's really going to forgive people that do that? No, he's not. There's some things you cannot forgive. I was shocked he never came back around after that, after the second time. So, it was more screaming kids. One little kid, I need my crayon. That kid, she came in with family. I was like, nope, I ain't getting it. Fuck you. And one of their kids, older kids, was crying. Not hysterical, but lately all these kids coming in with the temper tantrums. But the parents don't say nothing. They just let them have a temper tantrum. And that's why we got Karens and Darrens out there. Because nobody says no. Or stop screaming. Excuse me. The little kid had a temper tantrum the other day. He wanted to sip his mother's coffee. He was like, I don't even know, 1 year old. Go away. She's like, okay, yeah. Like, no, he's too young for coffee. I mean, here, we never drank coffee when we were kids. Well, some of us didn't. Shit. I wish I would have caught a video of the guy with the satanic shirt on. That was on purpose. If you watch Law and Order, if you watch the background people, you know, they're perps. And I saw an episode like that. Somebody else posted it on their channel. And there was 3 cops. Excuse me, they'll go to their destination, right? And they're like, we posted up a whole bunch of perps. It was one in a wheelchair, was faking being in a wheelchair. One was delivering boxes of food to the store. Another one was pretending to be homeless, you know. We know all about that kind of stuff. I think I posted that video. Anyways, I should have kept it. So, when I saw the shirt, I was like, what the hell? That's the second time I've ever seen it. Well, third, fourth, fifth time I've ever seen shirts like that. So when I went to cross the street, I was not by myself, so this other person saw it, which was great. I'm like, look at the shirt. It wasn't the front of the shirt. It was the back of the shirt. The whole entire shirt had a goat head with a very curly horns and a pentagram in the middle and a Ouija board. Right in black shorts. And in the stripe of the shorts on the side was camo. It was red and black camo. But when I passed him, he gave me a smirk, you know, like the perp smirk. So I was like, yeah, you need Jesus. I was thinking in my head, I should have said it out loud. See what he would have said. He goes, it's why you wearing that shit. Last year or the year before, something like that, I had a video on my channel. This young couple, they kept coming into Dunkin' like 2 days in a row. But I would sit here, I would do a video, and the girl wouldn't appear, really. Everybody always interrupts me. Anyways, a girl would come here, past me. Her hoodie had a goat on it, pentagram, and then her crossbody bag had pentagram and everything. So she just woke out of bed, didn't comb her hair, didn't shower. She walked past me. She made sure I saw everything. She walked very slow so I could see it. And then I get to Dunkin', she's in there. Her boyfriend comes in. They sit next to me, of course, because why not? And they're talking about weird things. You could see that they were drunk. They didn't even buy anything while they were in there. They just sat there and drank whatever they had, the Gatorade and stuff. They probably went through an all-night bender. And then before they left, they stood in the window where I could see them and took a picture with the flash on towards me. And I had the video. YouTube deleted all my videos, so before I could even, you know, keep them, you know, download them. So yeah, aren't they great? That was my punishment for, you know, showing the stalkers on video. Oh well. I'm like, I'll make new videos then. Yeah, some stuff like that, because they know I'm a Christian. That's why they're wearing that stuff. So the second day, they did the same thing. They came down the block, and then Booty Bandit came in right after them. And then by the time I got to the house, Booty Bandit was in the same car as the two of them. They got picked up by the handler in a car, and Booty Bandit was in the car with them. So, like, when I tell you these perps, they do witchcraft, I'm not kidding. Booty Bandit had the bead necklace on with Santeria beads. I'm not kidding. These people do witchcraft on us. Because how does he know these two random strangers that had, like, satanic shirts on? That's not a coincidence. Like, they think I'm stupid, I guess. I don't know. I'm glad they think that because, I can catch them in the act. The only other time I didn't record somebody wearing those shirts was when I went to the bank. I was standing at the ATM, and so many people came in right out while I was there. You know how they crowd us everywhere. So I was waiting, and this girl turns around. She had the same exact shirt that the delivery guy had, but in the front. And there was a kid in there, so I didn't record, and he was wearing camel pants. I'm like, whatever, bitches. Listen, I've been getting a lot of sleep lately. I've been sleeping good lately. And I sleep a little extra in the morning because, they astral project themselves in my dream and everything. But I've been catching up. Like, so many years have gone by where I haven't slept because of this program. Well, that's why I pray before bed, because I need to sleep. I need to sleep as much as I possibly can. Even if I take a nap during the day, I don't care. As long as I'm sleeping. Getting sleep is like the best thing ever. So now they're just coasting down the block, right? They're not zooming down the block like they were doing. Oh, God, we were watching this great show. Stanley Tucci in Italy, right? He did that during the pandemic, right before the pandemic happened. He went to all these places in Italy. Then he went back, so we're watching the show, and so many people made so much noise as we're watching it. I'm like, oh wow, they're back to that now. The camera didn't catch it. You motherfucker. That's what they do, though. If they're making a lot of noise in front of your house, they want you to yell at them out the window. And then if you don't yell at them out the window, they hit a button on your camera in front of your house where it doesn't record them. It just doesn't think anybody's there. They do like spells too for that reason. So, technology is, works with them, with the witches and warlocks. It works with them because it's not a person. It's easily, possessed. I don't know what the camera across the street is catching. That freaking plane is loud. So you see there, they got a camera across the street. And it has like lights attached to it, and it blinks, the lights blink when the cameras was on. But there was nobody there when it was recording. That's weird. I don't got no special lights for my camera. And, my neighbors, they hang out here at certain times next door. So when perps come around, they don't like that very much. Oh well. I can see it, like on the camera, it shows people walking past when my neighbors hang out outside. They're very nice people too. When they walk past, they're just like, so aggravated that people are sitting there because they want to do stuff in front of my house. You're not allowed. Like, it's very eerie right now. There's nobody out, you know what I mean? Right now. Like, I heard one siren. Usually there's at least one or two perps. Like the other night with the old man. He just, in the street, just pointed the camera up. If you look right there, there's nothing there. There's a gate. They should really keep the gate closed, though. Somebody lives in the basement apartment over there. I think there was a perps over there, too. They was wearing Jordans, Bulls, jerseys, hats, all that. Bull, Baphomet, ball, whatever you want to call them. That's exactly why it's red. It's red and white, the Masonic colors, all it. 33, what's he number 33? Yeah, that's what they wear. They always wear that. Every time I see them, they wear that. And that was another target too that they used to do. They used to wear those, that basketball, team. And what happened? They stopped wearing the Nike Jordans, the red, white, and black shoes. Those things are like vintage, and they're just giving them out like candy. So many perps have them. I haven't seen any perps wearing those in a while. It's been a long while. Yeah. I guess I can't really record all the time because there's kids around, I don't want to record kids, and I don't want to record people that aren't in my targeting. Like regular neighborhood people, that they live in their lives, because they don't get gang stalked, I guess. They would think we're nuts if we say something. And the perps are already nuts. They scream. Let them scream. They're very loud when they talk on the phone, too. Sometimes they're not even talking to anybody. They're just on the phone, and they're just loud because they want us to scream at them. I'm not falling for that. Not that I'm tired like I used to be, but I'm just tired of the program itself. That you're not doing it to me. They took so much from me, I'm trying to get it back. Well, not the same stuff, but I'm trying to do better. I can't do it by myself. I have to give it to Jesus. He's the only one. The only person that can save your life. Like, I feel the difference. I feel like he's shaping me and molding me to be what I'm supposed to be. Before the program started. Most of us TIs had parents that didn't like us. And siblings that didn't like us either. They was very jealous of us for some reason. There's no reason for them to be jealous of us. That's the Jezebel spirit. She just hops into people's bodies. It gives them like weird thoughts in their head, like that they should be jealous of us. No. You gotta try to ignore that as much as you can. It's a trap from the devil. Remember, he wants us sick. He wants us to go crazy. And it's happening a lot more often than not. Everybody's going nuts. And then they call us nuts. No. You're crazy. You're of this world, so you're going to go crazy. The fact that I don't want to be a part of this world anymore. I'm going to not unalive myself. I'm going to stay alive. I just don't want to be part of the world itself. I don't follow trends or nothing like that either. Like, who cares about trends? They're dangerous. I don't even know about the trends, and I'm very happy about that. But nowadays, the trends are getting even more demonic than usual. There's like somebody you call a certain name. I'm not going to say it's a woman's name. And they're scaring the crap out of the children. What are you doing? Traumatizing children. A demon is telling you to do that. Children see things that we don't see. Well, some of us do see it. Like, I see the lizard stare. I've seen people, like, when they're staring at me like that, they smirk, and that's a demon in them. That I've seen in real time. I've seen chameleons. It was right after I found a video of somebody recording in real time what was going on to them. They're looking at their phone, and their eye is going every which way. Oh, Perps have been whistling lately a lot too, and I think I have one on video. They like whistling. It's creepy. Oh, we went to the store today, and the old man, the creepy perv, came around at that exact moment as I'm getting in the car. And he was already all the way down the block and on the next corner by the time we got to the light. I That's the demon in that guy too. He's 73 years old. That's a revving of the engine, right? It's very light because I'm recording. But if I'm not recording, if I'm trying to sleep, they do it way worse. Very loud. So, yeah. These people, I went to the bank one day. And I was standing in line. It was like right after I watched the video. And like 3 people had their faces just looked reptilian. Their teeth looked reptilian too. Like, and they looked like normal teeth. And their faces like distorted. I was like looking at them going, what the fuck am I looking at right now? 2 of them were online in front of me. They turned around, they realized I was what I was seeing. And they turned to look at me and they smiled and they had lizard teeth. I was like, what the fuck? And then I get to like towards the front of the line. There's a bug up near me. And I look over and this kid is sitting in a chair, phone in his hand, but he looked like he was an NPC, staring straight ahead, not at the phone. Why would you hold the phone if you're not looking at it? One eye was staring straight and the other eye was like reading the room. It was going back and forth like a chameleon. And I'm like, lizard. I said it out loud like that. He snapped out of it and then started looking at his phone. I was like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, we live among them. One time I was getting a pedicure. And their cable, for some reason, was going out, right? So it was pixelated at one point. And I wish I would have took a picture of it. It was so quick, though. At one point, it pixelated. It was a gray fucking reptile face. Like a snake looking at me in particular. I'm like, what the fuck did I just see? Even in my own house, the cable went out. Like one of the channels went out, and the same thing. It was like a flash of a second of a reptile face. And I couldn't get my camera ready because it went away. Here's the sirens. And the revving of the engine. I'm gonna go in because it's cold and it's late. I'm very surprised right now. There's no perps. That was for my perps, that noise. I like slamming my gate sometimes. There's the honk. I like doing that too.